Hi guys, it's Emily. Welcome back to my channel. Do you ever have those days where every single thing you try to do just doesn't seem to work out? I am having one of those days, and this is my third attempt at filming this part of the tutorial. Wow. Okay, so I'm gonna try again and see how we do, because I'm starting to get the feeling that I'm not supposed to do this today for some reason, but I'm gonna try again. So I honestly, all of the stuff that I did in the other videos, most of it was a complete disaster, so I'm having to redo it anyway, so you really haven't missed anything. You really haven't missed anything. I will go over again what I did off camera, again for me, not for you. But yeah, I feel like I am in a loop here. All right, enough of that. So we're gonna try again. What I did off camera in between the last video and this one is I painted my my really thick chipboard that's going to be my front and back cover, okay? And I used this really pretty hot pink color. So this will be what my front cover looks like, and then this will be the inside of the front cover, and this will be the inside of the back cover, and this will be the back cover. So what I still need to do is attach my images, obviously, and I'm going to do that with just some matte Mod Podge, just the plain white, and I'm going to do that off camera just because nobody wants to watch that. So basically I will just paint it on, to my paper. I'll let that dry, and then after the paper's all dry, I will add a coat of Mod Podge to the whole cover, okay? You don't have to Mod Podge it. You can just glue this on. As long as you get the edges and the corners really well, you should be fine. I think it adds like a second layer of, durability to it, so your cover doesn't get damaged, the paint doesn't chip, that kind of thing. And if you don't have Mod Podge, there are videos on YouTube showing how to create your own. I've never done that, so I'm not even going to begin to to tell you how. You can go look that up for yourself if you want to know how. But I will do that off camera, and I will show you the finished results in a future video. Okay, and also what I did was I went ahead and sewed my background pages in half and added lace to each one. I just sandwiched the lace in between at the fold side, or at the side that I folded over. This is the fold side. I used 3 different laces. I used this mint green color, and then I used a really pretty purple thread to zigzag stitch around the 3 sides, and then this will be the edge that gets bound together. And then I used this pretty pink. Set that aside for a second. And this pretty purple. So those are all sewn and ready to go. So there were 6 of those, so there'll be 2 in each signature. And then let's see, I'm gonna set those aside. These are the divider chipboard pieces that will go in between the signatures. So there's 2 of those. So it can be a thinner chipboard than your cover. I think I talked about that in the first video. I inked around the edges really well, and then I just cut 2 background pages in half and glued them on the front and back. So those will be our divider pages. And here's the other one. Okay. All right. So I also made the template for punching our holes. And I already made it, even though in the previous video I showed you, you know, step by step, but I'm going to explain it and it's not difficult. You just need a piece of cereal box or, you know, some thin chipboard, something thicker than paper, you know, so it's sturdier. Doesn't matter how wide you make it, but it needs to be the height of your inside pages. So in my case, that is 7 5/8 inches tall. Okay. And then I measured in from each end 1 1/4 inches. All right. And I marked, you know, made a mark there at 1 1/4 inches on that side and 1 1/4 inches on this side. Okay. And then I used my Crop-A-Dile. I used the 3/16 inch hole, and I set my little guide 1 mark forward from the 1/2 inch. Okay, it's not ridiculously critical. You could, you know, that's just what I did because I liked where the holes ended up, because this is not a very accurate measurement. And when I set it at the 1/2 inch mark, it seemed to be a little too far in for me. So just one little click forward from the 1/2 inch mark, and then I lined up my pencil mark inside the hole, and because of that guide, they both ended up, you know, the same distance from the edge, which is, you know, a little less than the center of the hole is right about a 1/2 inch, you know, right about. It's not an exact science. As long as they're the same, you know, you'll be fine, because this is going to be the template we use to poke, you know, to punch all of the holes. So they'll all be the same. Okay. I hope that makes sense. So I did that. What else did I do? I started making the spine pieces for my bags. And the first error I made was with this bag. I won't even, well, I can show you. I might as well show you because that way you learn. I thought it would be a good idea to put my spine piece in between the gusset layers here on the bag, but I didn't test it with my template, so I was going to end up putting like half a hole into the envelope or into the bag, and that wasn't going to work, so that went in the trash. And then my plan was to use this bag, and as you can see, I went ahead and I was gluing the spine and everything, and then I thought to myself, that seems a bit short. So I held my template up to it, and in no way was I going to be able to line up 2 holes in that bag. So at that point, I decided to start over. So that polka dot bag is not going to work for this journal. It is too small. So I chose a different bag. So it's just, you know, plain for the most part, but we'll decorate it. And I cut down another one of these, which I do need to glue, because right now it's just like a tube. So I'm going to glue that up. All right, so that is all glued now. So we have an actual bag again. Just make sure. All right, good to go. All right, so now when you are choosing bags, don't do what I did. Make sure that they are small enough to fit, inside. So like my covers are 8 1/4 by 6. So I want to make sure that, my bag is less than that. But I want to make sure that it's big enough, tall enough at least, to accommodate where my holes are going to go. Okay, so check that beforehand because it will make your life so much easier. All right, now I finished this one already and it actually worked. So I'll show this one to you and then I'll show you how I did it. Basically, this was a belly band that came in the kit, and I just folded it in half, And I left about, I think this was like 3/8. Again, it's not critical. Yeah, I left about a 3/8 inch space so that when we punch our holes, we won't, you know, we won't compromise so much of the bag. It will a little bit, it'll cut into the bag a little bit, but you're still gonna be able to get, you know, you'll still have most of that usable space. Does that make sense? So it's just about 3/8 of an inch. And again, you can do more or less depending on, you know, your preference. So for this one, because I already used up the piece that I wanted to use, I am going to use a piece of this beautifully dyed time card. This was given to me in Happy Mail by the lovely Dee Dee. I did a video of that Happy Mail, but it will upload after this video. So it'll be there. But anyway, she gave me a whole bunch of pretty dyed time cards and papers, and she used RIT dye for these, and I just loved the colors. So I am going to cut this down to fit this bag. So my bag measures 7.5 tall is what I ended up making that. And then I'm probably, you know what? I'm probably just gonna leave it the width it is, but let me cut it down to 7.5. I don't know which part I want to take off. Do I want to take that part off? Or do I want to take this part off? We'll take this part off. All right, so I'm just gonna cut that down to 7.5. I'm gonna leave it the width it is because I'm going to make a little tuck spot when I glue this one on. So now I need my scoreboard. And I need to figure out where the middle is. And it's about there. All right, so we will just score down the middle. And it's not, I have a problem with my scoreboard, or it's the tool I'm using. Anyway, it's not, you know, if it's a little off, it doesn't matter, because one's gonna go on the front, one's gonna go in the back, and it's, you know, it's not ridiculously critical. Let me find a bone folder. All right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add that. I'm still gonna leave, you know, I'm gonna leave a little bit off to the side, like so. Let me just make sure that my measurements are okay. Yep, my cover measures 6 inches across, so we're good. That's at about 5. And what I'm gonna do, let's see, I'm going to just make a tuck spot on the front. So the back, I'm gonna glue completely down. Like so. And we'll just make sure that we have a little bit of overhang there. Oops. Like that. And then I'm just gonna push this down and then I'll add some more glue. All right, so we can still get in this bag for the most part. I think, yeah, I'm gonna add a little bit of glue like on the edge of the bag in here, just so it's not so flimsy. And then I'm gonna add some on the very bottom so that whatever I tuck in here doesn't fall out the bottom. Does that make sense? All right, so like that. So now we have, let me find something to tuck in here. We have a tuck spot here, okay, that we can add something to later. Kind of wish I had not made it as tall as the bag. Now that I've done it, I'm telling you, today is just not my day. I mean, I can cut it off, but you can still get in there. I don't know that it matters, actually. I guess it's up to you. If you don't want to make it as long, that's fine. Just make sure it's long enough to accommodate your holes. I could cut it, but I think it's fine just like that. So the back is completely glued down, and then this part is just partially. Okay, does that make sense? I'm really sorry. I don't know what's going on today. All right, let's do the next one. So for this one, I am going to fold this over because there are some words on here. I don't know if you can see those. I don't like them showing. So I am going to just fold this over to cover that up. Like that. And I'm gonna glue it down. I'm gonna glue it down after I put the spine on. I made that mistake in another video too. All right, so I'm gonna use, I don't know which one. Let's use this one, but it's too long. But I'm going to make sure that it's long enough for, you know, my holes. So I'm gonna cut it right about here. Let's see how that works. Ink, 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 ink. Hope everybody's having a good day. I feel like I was having a good day and then everything just kind of stopped working. Okay, so that should, yeah, that'll be fine. And we'll just double check. Yep, it'll be fine for our holes, and it will fit within our 6-inch available space. And then, so this one, I'm not gonna make a tuck spot or anything. We're just gonna glue it on and leave that little bit of overhang. See, I knew there was a reason. Okay. Yeah, if you had, just make sure that flap is out of your way if you folded that over. I almost forgot. Okay, there. So now we have our 3 bags. I am going to glue this down now. Just enough to hold it, because I am going to put something over that, probably a ruffle or something. But yeah, so for now, our bags are finished. Put my stopper and my glue here. All right, so we have 3 bags, okay? And we will decorate those in a future video. And I think for just because of the fact that today has not gone as planned, I am going to go ahead, we will continue this another day. Let me put my dividers in and I'll show you. Yeah, we'll continue another day because we need to do the same thing with our envelopes. So if you have not chosen envelopes yet, you can go ahead and do that. Now that I'm looking at this one, I'm wondering if it's gonna be okay. Oh, just barely, but that's okay. All right, so go ahead, you can pick your envelopes out for next time, but I'm gonna go ahead and place these in between my pages where I'm gonna want them, just for now, so we can get an idea of what that's all gonna be like. So, yep, everything fits, and we're good to go. So, okay, all right, guys, so I will be back. It's Friday, so I will be back with more of this tutorial on Monday or Tuesday. I do have some other videos I'm uploading over the weekend, and actually Monday there will be a giveaway announcement, so make sure you check that out. Yeah, I hope you have a fantastic weekend. I hope your crafting day is going much more smoothly than mine is. I hope that this tutorial has been helpful so far. If you have any questions, please just ask me in the comment section, and I will try to clarify for you. And if you did enjoy this, please give it a thumbs up. I like to know that you're enjoying the content that I'm providing. And yeah, I will see you next time, guys. Bye.